Hello, Internet! I am Torma Ximnus, and welcome to my RWBY reaction vid for Volume 5, Chapter 7. Ha! I got it right that time! So, this is gonna be fun. In the last episode, our dear Uncle Crow is having a lot of trouble finding the huntsman that he needs for his assault on, on his sister Raven's bandit camp. In fact, no one was available. Not a one. Yeah, this is not the best of things. So, yeah. Meanwhile, Raven's busy telling Yang, and Weiss, and she's there as well, some of what she doesn't know. And revealing that she is one of the birds, or rather, one of the people that can transform into birds. And if I remember correctly, I remember someone, somewhere, saying something about someone in an interview with one of the creators of RWBY. Creators of RWBY? Well, one of the people who works on RWBY, saying something about how what they were looking for, what they were looking forward to for Volume 5 the most was the birds, and that there's apparently 8 of them. Now, what came to mind for me is the possibility that since there are 8 birds, perhaps 4 of them were the maidens, and the other 4 are the people that were guarding the maidens. I'm not sure how well that tracks, given that Spring is with Raven and is kind of an MIA, but Raven's already one of the birds, and we've seen that on her one arm, Vernal also has some tattoos on there, which may allow her to turn into some kind of spring bird, since she's the spring maiden. That's the best I can think. So, who knows? That could be a thing. Crow was looking after Autumn. He could turn into a crow. Autumn could probably also turn into a bird, which she clearly didn't have the chance to do so and escape because of how she had been ambushed by Cinder and her crew back in Volume 3. And, yeah. So she was busy trying to fight them off because Crow, of course, was not there. Hashtag blame Crow. But, yeah. So, who knows? Now, RWBY is reunited with Weiss and Yang, and there could be so much that is revealed, just like a bunch of exchange of information. RWBY and Yang being, I'm sorry, not RWBY and Yang, Weiss and Yang being like, oh, hey, here's what happened on our end. And Crow and RWBY are like, well, here's what happened on our end. By the way, here's this information. Blah, 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 blah. Raven is right on certain things, but she's obviously having a different viewpoint that she's emphasizing, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, all very interesting stuff that could happen. And now that this reunion has happened, they are probably just going to immediately change the perspective to Menagerie and or Team Witch, because we haven't seen anything of Team Witch since, I believe, Chapter 2. Now, obviously I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm going in blind. And not having hindsight going into these is great, because it's like, I don't know what to expect, and this is going to be fun. Anywho, so, yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what happens in this episode. But, hey, enough talk about it. Why don't we just get right into it in 3, 2, 1, now. Holy crap, that is a lot of food! They are starting off with RWBY's end of things! That's awesome!
At a time like that?
Believe me, I've asked myself the same thing ever since.
You threw it to the side, you idiots! You threw it to the side, you let it go!
But you made up for it, Mr. Muscles! You should
Ha,
see
Muscles.
this guy take a giant grim head-on!
I couldn't have done it without Ruby going down.
Yeah, that Zweihander move.
Did you see Ren during that fight? He was out of control.
Completely out of control.
Sorry.
He was
I
insane.
may have lost my temper momentarily.
No.
Momentarily?
That wasn't awesome.
Oh.
But he was kind of crazy for a moment there. Just that huge pause because he doesn't know how to respond.
In the middle of the party.
Please tell me you let that lady
Right
have
in the middle
it.
of the party?
Of course not.
Wait,
Even
which
if I
lady?
did really want
Oh
to.
my gosh, not right.
Don't
That
call
thing
me
with the
that.
Borbatusk summon. Oh hey, there's the Borbatusk. Scaring the crap out of Nora. Twitch.
It's no replacement for the real thing. But I'll make sure to make good use of
Pretty
it.
awesome.
That's amazing.
Yes, she got the full metal treatment, and it is awesome. Of course, Ruby immediately goes gaga over it.
Sure is.
And...
Wanna bet?
Oh, let's go! Our wrestling match! Nora versus Yang! Let's go!
Don't let her
Come on,
beat you.
you can do this.
Can do it.
Show 'em what Team Junior
Okay, let's go. Oh,
Girl in a skirt?
You wear a skirt, Ruby.
wear a skirt.
Why is there not cheering loud enough?
Oh my
Definitely feels like the original. I'll give you that. Yep. But
Oh
it
my
does have
gosh,
some
this is so much
features.
fun. Oh, new features such as... Ah! She just disarmed herself. Nora is freaking out so much today.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Easy there.
That's what you
Vomit
get for
Boy.
overeating.
I believe in you.
Vomit boy.
Oh, we're doing nickname throwbacks now.
Nickname throwbacks. Oh, he's got kind of a
I mean,
point.
the ice queen seems to like it.
Oh, get dunked on, hon.
So did not miss you people.
Oh my gosh, she really does like it. What really warmed your heart while you were gone?
Hey, you make it sound
Oh
like
my.
it used to be terrible.
Nah,
I
just a lot to deal
mean,
with it once.
yeah, definitely a lot to deal with at once.
It's been a long time. We've all grown in our own ways.
You really think so?
Well, think back to when we were all at Beacon. Would
I'm
you say
so
you ever did
glad that they
anything foolish or
continued
embarrassing?
along with this
do you
instead of
think we're
switching to something
perfect?
else.
Oh gosh.
I may have been a little too gung-ho from time to time.
A little.
I tried to 1v1 a Nevermore on the second day of school.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was something.
So that embarrassment, that desire to go back and tell yourself not to be so stupid, that just proves you're not the same person you used to be.
And thank goodness for
Smarter,
that.
or kinder, or stronger. And you're not done growing yet. None of us are.
I don't think anyone's ever done growing here in the mortal realms until they die.
When he feels like talking.
And then there's more
Well,
growing you
hold
do
on.
after you die. But
I
this
was pretty
like
great in
that gets into
school.
metaphysics and religions
Even at the
and
dance,
bleh.
when you spilled punch all over yourself in front of— Yes, especially the dance. Thank you, Yang.
She really doesn't want to be reminded of the punch incident.
So much noise eating dinner.
Oh, come on, Crow. Don't be such a party pooper. And there's Oscar. Ooh, okay. Now, time to get down to brass tacks. And everyone is so quiet.
So the
Are they in
maidens,
timeout or something?
Magic, Salem, it's all true?
Oh, they just got read in.
Michelle Long,
Okay.
is this more or less what your mother told you?
For the most part.
You
Well,
forgot
damn.
something.
Hmm?
You
What
forgot
do you
to tell
forget?
everyone what you did to Crow and my mother.
Oh,
What is she
yeah,
talking about?
that's coming out.
Oh, great.
That's not a secret I thought she would give up so easily. Your mother
She doesn't
must
like
trust a
you.
great
Why
deal.
wouldn't she? Wouldn't she use things to make
My
people
ability
distrust
to
you?
reincarnate, though a curse, isn't without a few key benefits.
Oh yeah, such
Much
as?
like the maidens, I too possess a certain magical power.
Making it so people can transform?
Using this power, I was able to gift the Bronwyn twins the ability to see more. To move
Oh, the
freely
ability
and
to
be
see more?
unburdened by their natural bodies. Well, gave them the ability to turn into birds.
Everybody knows about the
Rather
word.
ridiculous
Well, a
sounding
bird,
out
bird.
loud, isn't it?
Bird is the word.
Wait, what? Uncle?
You turn them into birds.
Birds.
All right, now you're just messing with us.
What else is new?
He's telling the truth.
Okay, Uncle Crow.
saw it.
Show him.
Yang's
Yep.
mom changed.
Turn into a raven.
Right in front
Yeah.
of us.
Yep.
Why would you do something like that? I mean, what is wrong with you?
Yang, that's enough. You made a choice.
Pretty sure
wanted
that
this.
there's more to the picture.
May I? Granting this power to them was no trivial task, and I can
Oh, of
assure you it
course
was
not.
not done frivolously. I required assistance in gathering information on Salem's plans, as well as searching for maidens when their hosts became unclear.
Okay.
You
so
would need to cover
have
a
you
lot
done
of
this with
ground
others?
quickly in order
Like
to do
General
that.
Ironwood or Professor Goodwitch?
As helpful as that might be, unfortunately,
not those
it's
two.
not that simple. My power is
Really?
finite, and if I'm being honest, dwindling. The amount that
Dwindling,
I gifted
huh?
to Crow and Raven was, all things considered, rather minuscule.
Really?
You see, centuries ago, I
Oh, you
sacrificed a
can
great
gift.
deal of magic to 4 young women. and I hoped would use my gift for good.
Yes.
They
He
were
was the
first
one that created the
maidens.
4 maidens. I knew it! He's the wizard! I freaking
Exactly.
called it!
It was never my intention to lie to you, to any of you. There are
You just had to
some
keep
matters
certain
that I
things close
prefer
to the rest.
play close to the chest. I believe that's how
Yep.
you phrased it.
Yeah.
Everyone has a choice. The
Yep.
Bronwyns chose to accept their powers and the responsibilities.
And now
that
they
came
get to
with them.
fly around as
And
friggin'
later,
feathery little
One of them chose to
birds.
abandon her duties in favor of her own self-interest.
Mm,
All of
that's
you
one way of
have a
looking at
choice.
it.
If anyone wishes to leave, now is the time. There is no shame or disgrace in abstaining.
Who
Only
do you
in
think you're
retreat.
talking to again? They're not about to pull out after coming this far. None of them are going to leave their teammates
well,
behind.
then.
So if one teammate stays in, they're all staying in, right?
Yang?
Oh, is this
If
where
Ruby sticks
Yang's
around,
parting ways?
Then I will too. If there's one thing I know about her, it's that she somehow always knows the right thing to do.
Oh, whew. Okay, so she's
But
not so much like a
If
mini
we're going to
raven.
help, if we're going to keep risking our lives, no more
I need to know
lies.
everything.
No more half-truths.
Completely read them in all the way. That's the only way you can go about it. I mean, it's a fair thing to ask.
Understood.
Okay, cool.
So, what now? I mean, what can we do?
That
Why is she
a
going
difficult
like this
question.
instead of
One that
properly
I believe
folding her
is
arms?
best answered tomorrow.
It's like,
What do you mean?
The
eh.
road ahead is undoubtedly
now she's
filled
got
with
her arms
hardships
folded.
and peril. However, it's been far too long since you have all been together. Please, take
So,
tonight.
yeah,
Enjoy this moment.
that sounds cool. And Oscar's just like, wait, why is my hand on her shoulder?
Oh,
Oscar is so adorable.
Raven? Crow? They're birds!
Yes, they're birds. Damn it, Dora. Only you. Uh-oh. There's Mercury and Emerald. This can only mean trouble.
Is Raven Bronwyn home?
You know, I've had a real bad week. So I think I'm gonna take it out on you.
Ah,
Doesn't
Cinder
look like
and
he wants to
Watts.
cooperate, boss.
Well then.
Then make him.
I was hoping you'd say that.
You done messed up, boy. Now you about to pay the piper. Oh boy. Well, he's boned. Okay, so nothing from Menagerie, so that'll probably be next episode. They definitely did show Team Witch at the end there, though. Just like a brief little snippet, and holy crap if it weren't ominous as all get out. Now, the question is, what are Raven and Vernal going to do after this? Because clearly they can't stay where they are, which means they're going to have to go hiding somewhere, or they're going to have to go asking for help from someone. Somehow, I don't think that Raven is going to be going to Ozpin or Crow for help, so those are out. It's entirely possible that she could just use her portal to take her over to where Tai Yang is at. Tai Yang, right? Yeah, Tai Yang. Yang's dad. So, that's one option. I don't think it would be the warmest of reunions, considering, well, she kind of walked out of the family. She's been living as a bandit. She probably almost never keeps in touch. So, yeah, that's... If I had to speculate on what's going to happen next, other than the bandits getting their hideout ransacked, I would say that Season 5 definitely does seem to be leading into the point where Raven and Crow are going to end up running into each other, along with their respective groups. This feels very much like Seasons 1, 2, and 3, though. Season 1's kind of the setup where it introduces some of the new characters, and then Season 2 was more characters and setup for the overall conflict. And then the overall conflict peaked in Season 3. So if this follows that same formula, which I'm assuming it will, then with the last season we had the journey to Mistral. Now we're in Mistral and everyone's trying to get ready in their own way. And then after that, there's going to be Season 6 where everything comes to a head. And it'll be interesting to see how that happens. Personally, I feel like with Season 5, it will end probably with Blake finally reuniting with the rest of the team. But with the assault on Haven not having actually happened yet. On the other hand, Team Witch has already seemed to have found where Vernal is. So that means trouble for our heroes and anti-heroes / neutral parties / bandits. So, yeah. So, let's see, this was episode 7. If they stick to just 12 episodes, I feel like going to having the fall of another academy by the end of Volume 5, or an attack on the academy by the end of Volume 5, would be rushing it a bit. The pacing would just feel off. But there's definitely conflict over the Spring Maiden. And one way or another, things are going to come to a head with that, I think. I don't know. I don't have enough of the pieces yet to form solid conclusions. All I have are speculations and theorems at this point. But pretty sure that the next episode is going to show more on the Menagerie end of things, since it has now been 2 chapters. Has it been 2 or 3 chapters? At least 2 chapters, maybe 3. I'll have to go back and review, but it's been a while either way since we've seen what's going on in Menagerie, and that is due for an update. So assuming we don't get a World of Remnant next week, then I would say we'd see some of Menagerie, with maybe a little bit on either the Bandits end of things or the Mistral end of things. Either way, things are definitely getting interesting. But that's all for this video. As always, if you enjoyed watching, please be sure to like and leave a comment. Subscribe if you want more, and ring that bell if you want to know whenever I upload a new video. Until next time, this is Torma Ximnus, signing off. Stay frosty, my friend.